If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 39 of the Inter Milan career mode here on FIFA 15. We're at the Stadio Olimpico for the first game. We actually played Roma in, I think it was actually the very last episode, and came away with a 2-2 draw. So we're trying to play the other side from Rome here and get a better result this time around. They're playing a narrow 4-2-3-1. With Keita, Mauri and Rossi sat behind Pereira. So I wasn't too sure what to expect from here, this particular side. Whether they were going to try and force those wide players in the three up top out, further wide and try and extend the width of the pitch and try and draw out my three centre-backs and try and pick through the middle parts then by playing through balls, or whether they were actually going to just, play the ball into the areas behind those three centre-backs. As you can see, they are here, and get the ball towards goal that way. But in the opening few minutes, they actually cut us apart nicely. Lovely turn by Keita, but I was so disappointed with Bernd Leno there, getting beaten at his near post. And 3 minutes in, we find ourselves 1-0 down. They came down the other channel this time, as you can see, hounding them with my defence, trying my best to try and stop them from getting the ball into the box. They do work it into Keita again, though. I just couldn't change to the right man at the right time. And again, Bernd Leno gets beaten at his near post, and 13 minutes in, we find ourselves 2-0 down, and this is just completely unacceptable. I don't know how I wasn't able to win the tackle there against Keita. And then Mauri fires it in at the near post, and we're 3-0 down after half an hour. What on earth is going on in this game right now? I couldn't believe the way that the team had just crumbled in this opening first half. It was ridiculous. So I tried my best to try and step things up. As you can see, we're trying to get it back to 3-1 here, just a couple of minutes after they scored their third, and we are actually able to do so. A nicely worked move with Brozovic actually finishing the chance off. This game was actually with a rotation side playing against Lazio after obviously the game against Roma in the last one, with only a couple of days between games. So I was hoping that the reserve side were going to be able to do the business here, because obviously we've improved the quality and depth of the squad as we make it 3-2 in the 74th minute. And previously to this game, we've actually been able to compete with that rotation side quite easily. But in this one, especially in that first half, we were just absolutely atrocious, woeful, terrible defending, kind of slipping back into old habits almost with the way that I was defending in that game. So I really didn't want to find myself doing that for a continued period of time. I was hoping that was just going to be a one-off game. We come into the next game of the episode at home, well, technically at home, against AC Milan. We are yet to beat them so far in this series, in the Milan derbies. So I was hoping that this was going to be the first game that we were going to be able to do that. Obviously, my first team back into the starting lineup, a full strength, fully fit side ready to take on AC Milan, but they're obviously an extremely difficult side to play against. They've got Kivrak in goal, who's a Turkish goalkeeper from Trabzonspor that they've purchased. Not really too sure what to expect from him, or at least I wasn't when I headed into the game. Menez, Matri and Saponara as a front three, with three in midfield again. This time, though, a little bit more narrow from them, even more so than the game against Lazio. So wasn't too sure whether they were going to cause me a lot of problems like they have done previously, or whether I was actually going to be able to step it up and get myself a decent result. And we started off in the right manner. Mauro Icardi getting us a goal there with his header looping over the top of the goalkeeper into the back of the net, and we are 1-0 up after 8 minutes, so a better start than we had against Lazio. But then Jeremy Menez finds Alessandro Matri in the box. He works it back to Saponara, and I actually had to pause the game there as something happened, just in the house, and I needed to go and do something. And then unfortunately, when I came back, unpaused it, they scored immediately. So that would kind of put me on the back foot there. So we ended up being pegged back to 1-1. Unfortunately, there was not really too much I could do about that particular situation. Unfortunately, there was not really too much I could do about the fact that Bernd Leno let that go through his legs either. So from 1-0 up, we're pegged back to 1-1, and then 2-1 down again. We really are slipping back into old habits in today's episode. But Shaqiri gets into the box here, turns inside Zaccardo. It would have been handball, or should have been handball, had I had handballs turned on, but they seem to be given for ridiculous things in FIFA 15, so I had to turn it off. And B, Zaccardo, despite missing the ball with the rest of his body, the legal part of his body, still crunched Xherdan Shaqiri. They'd almost tripped over his chin, and it was a definite penalty as the Swiss went down. So Rodrigo steps up to take the penalty. Missed a few recently, but scored a few recently as well, and he does so again here to make it 2-2 in the 57th minute. And that gave me the confidence to head on in this second half and try and get myself a third goal to go and win the game for the first time against AC Milan in this series so far. Mauro Icardi played through here. Lovely turn inside Alex, through one-on-one. Surely he's just going to finesse it into the bottom corner, and incredible reactions from Kivrak mean that he keeps us out. They've still got 20 minutes left to go though, and the chance is still alive here, and try and get it up to Rodrigo, but unfortunately Alex this time is able to win the header in the air. So we're into stoppage time at the end of the second half now. It's now or never. Mauro Icardi again on the breakaway, this time though choosing to pass it off to Rodrigo, who quickly gets it around the corner to Gökhan Toure. He's able to turn inside Alex as well, through one-on-one again. Surely again it's just a case of finessing it into the bottom corner, and Kivrak with the most ridiculous reactions, not once but twice, to stop us from winning the game. So the luck was with us, then it was without us, and then it was with us again. And unfortunately we only get a point, and we deserved all three from that game. We really did. So I was determined to win this game against PAOK. I went into it with the mindset of I'm just going to absolutely destroy them as best I can and maintain our 100% winning record in the Europa League so far. As you can see, 3 games played, 3 games won. So we're going into the second round of fixtures in the group stage. We've played everybody so far. We beat PAOK once. We'll try and beat them again. Like I say, I was planning on trying to absolutely destroy them in this game. I was determined to get a decent positive result here. They're playing a 4-1-3-2, which is a formation we actually haven't seen that too much in career mode so far this season, or even on any series, regardless of the fact that this is in Serie A. I don't really come up against that formation with a holding mid and then 3 kind of deep midfielders as well, with the 2 players up top. So we're playing obviously our 3-5-2 formation with a strong side. Fortunately, there was a bit of a break between the AC Milan game and this one, and we're able to keep a fully fit side out. Juan Jesus picks the ball off them there. Freddy Guarin on the turn in midfield. Slots it through nicely to Rodrigo here. He's going to turn inside. Obviously, always confident on his left foot, outside of the boot, into the back of the net. 14 minutes in, we're 1-0 up again. So there have been early goals in every game so far. Lazio goals went towards, or goals in the Lazio game went to them. We scored early on against Milan, and we scored early on here against PAOK. And this time I wanted to build on it and try and get myself a convincing win. But miss one tackle, miss a second tackle, and then he puts it into the back of the net. Brilliant. Slipping, really, I don't know what happened in this episode. I really don't. I must have just been in the worst of FIFA form, because we've been playing such good football, not only in this series, but in the Career Mode Road to Glory series as well. My FIFA form has actually been pretty decent so far, but for some reason, in today's Inter Milan episode, I've been really bad. What wasn't bad though was that run and finish from Rodrigo, a truly inspirational run and a world-class finish. I didn't expect him to be able to finish it like that, but great feat to get past, then a burst of acceleration, and to be able to open up his body whilst running at full pace and finesse that into the bottom corner. A brilliant goal from Rodrigo, and he was involved again in the move here, as you can see, coming down the left hand side. A little bit fortunate with the way it bounced off the defender and hit him in the shins and continued on, but a good turn there, gets inside another defender with another good turn, and similar to the Shaqiri penalty, beating the defender and then getting wiped out as he runs past him. A definite pen, definite yellow, not a red. And Rodrigo steps up to score the penalty to get his hat-trick, but it was a really weird one. We've had a couple of odd penalties go in so far this season where the keeper's got something on it and it's gone up, hit the bar, or just trickled over the line. This one, though, was hit so hard at the keeper. He dives completely to the left and it's going in, almost hitting the post on one side, and then flies off his wrist and almost hits the post on the other. It's one of the most peculiar penalties I've actually seen on FIFA 15 so far this year. Really odd, but I guess the main thing is that it went into the back of the net and Rodrigo did get his hat-trick, and we are 3-1 up. But PAOK came back at me in the second half, and as you can see here, I'm not going to try and pronounce many of their names because I will just butcher them. Unfortunately, my Greek pronunciation isn't the best. But Papadopoulos here on the ball. We've got, obviously, Papadopoulos of our own in our defensive line. Unfortunately, though, wasn't able to do anything against that particular shot. 3-2, PAOK back in it, but not able to improve on that, and we keep our 3-2 margin of victory. So Rodrigo hat-trick gets us 3 points in the Europa League. But I'm really disappointed in myself for the drop in performance in the league all told. A defeat against Lazio and a draw against our local rivals mean that we sit third now in the table. 6 wins, 3 draws, 2 defeats. We're now 5 points off Juventus, and Sassuolo continue to play very well, and they sit 4 points ahead of us as well. So I really, at the start of next week, need to get my act together and start putting back-to-back wins together in obviously when we return to the series next week. But that is going to bring today's episode to a close, guys on Friday. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, although I'm not really too sure my performances warrant a like in today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Of course, there'll be a Career Mode Road to Glory episode later on tonight. Football Manager 2015 stream tonight. There'll be FIFA streams over the weekend, of course, and my player will be back tomorrow afternoon with another CMRTG in the evening. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Check all of the links in the description, whether that be to my Twitch or to my Twitter, to my Instagram, to my Facebook, to my sponsor G2A or anyone else. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.